and welcome to exercise number 3. In this exercise, we will, starting from a grid that we created previously, we will interpolate the bed levels. So to do that, we start again with an empty project in Delta Shell, and we add a DFlow model to it. And to start with, we will import our land boundary again. Now we're going to exercise 3, so this cland.ldb, which will give us a land boundary of the entire Western Scheldt from the North Sea to Antwerp, and then the whole Rhine-Meuse delta as well. And we have to add a grid to that. So we're not going to create a grid, but import it straight away. So that will be this one, Western Scheldt 4. So that covers the area from the North Sea till about Antwerp. Can zoom in a little more, like so. Up, up. All right. So we have that, and then the last thing we need is a sample set, which we will use to then interpolate the bathymetry on this grid. So to do that, we go to Spatial Operations, and then we select bed level here. So that's what we want to interpolate. We do not want to see what is already there, so we're going to look at the empty grid, and we're going to add sample points, and we're going to import them. Okay, and to do that, we're going to take the Western Scheldt bed level file, like so. So we can zoom in a little bit. Oop. And then, for example, here in the area where we made a grid earlier, there you see that we have samples now that we can interpolate on this grid. Okay, so how do we do that? Again, we select bed level. It's very important that you select this twice, and then we choose interpolate. And we're gonna interpolate the selected set, which is our import samples 1 here. And we're going to overwrite everything. And we're going to do this by triangulating. So we will make a Delaunay triangulation over these samples, and that will be used to interpolate the values on the grid nodes. Okay, so if we do that, we get this as a result. And we get a nice bathymetry over the entire Western Scheldt. So this is in here. So now what we can do is actually rescale this. Now what do we see? That the depth in this dock is way too shallow. We can see that by visualizing the legend here under map. So we see that red is something positive, so that means that probably we didn't have any values there. So we are going to rectify that. We can do that by drawing a polygon again under Spatial Operations. Then we draw a polygon. And we set this depth to about the same depth as we have in the river. So that's green. So if you look at the legend, green is about -15. So we can use Spatial Operations, and then we select bed level, and then we choose set value, which allows us to set a fixed value for this area. We choose -15, and we are going to overwrite everything we have there already. So we select OK, and now you see that the entire dock is at -15. And if we save our project now, then everything will be saved, including this grid with the bathymetry. Save. If we go to our map and we set the bed level again, then we see that the interpolated values are indeed in there. Okay, that's all there is to it. So now we have a bathymetry, and in the next exercise we will set up a flow model based on this grid and this bathymetry.